Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift. Welcome to a moment of motivation. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a moment of motivation. I hope your day has started off in the right way. It is a Tuesday, and it's another day that we have not seen. We should just be grateful in that. So I hope that I'm able to give you the motivation that you need to get your day started. Whether you're facing a challenge, feeling stuck, maybe you just need a reminder that you are enough. This episode is to inspire you to be better than you was yesterday and utilize this 24 hours to do just that. We all know that life can throw us so many challenges in our lives, and sometimes unexpected turns. But if you get up from what you went through and you do not let it knock you out, then guess what? You win it. So take a deep breath, grab a cup of coffee, sit down with your breakfast, shake off any doubts that you may have, and get ready for this powerful dose of encouragement to keep moving forward, because you are amazing and you are going to do amazing things. So today I want to talk about the power of writing your obituary while you're living. Imagine for a moment that you're writing your obituary. Let's just put ourselves in that scene. You're sitting down at the kitchen table. You have a piece of paper and a pencil or a pen in your hand. And somebody asked you to write down the accomplishments that you made in your life. Write the good things that you've done on one side and write the bad things that you've done on one side. And then write about how many times you've forgiven in those moments as well. And they tell you at the end of that to write your obituary while you're living. But not talk about the end of your life. Talk about the life that you're living right now in this moment. The questions you should ask yourself in this moment is, what would you say? What would you say? How would you want to be remembered? What legacy would you like to leave behind? What would you want people to say when you leave this world? Are you living that life now? In your life right now? Writing your obituary is a powerful situation. And it's not about focusing on the death. It's about giving your life purpose, clarity, and direction. It forces you to reflect on what really matters and challenge yourself to live in alignment with your values. Are you in alignment with your values and your morals? Are you living a life that you want people to talk about when you leave this world? It's something to think about, right? You're not only going to embrace the life that you have right now when you write your obituary, but you begin to shape the story that you want to tell. And that's the story that really, really matters. That's the story that's really yours. Writing your obituary encourages you to reflect on what truly matters in your life, like your family, your friends, those people that you hold close. It also makes you think about how you treat people, your kindness, your generosity, your resilience, how you went through this and you got through this and you still survived. You have a story to tell. And while you're living, think about that story that you're telling at the end. When you're no longer here and your family and your friends gather to celebrate your life, what do you want that obituary to say? Are you writing your obituary right now? Are you living in your truth? Are you practicing what you preach? Writing your obituary is not about your past. It's about your present. It's about what you're doing right now. Because I'm a true believer that your past does not define who you are today. Just because you went through something in your life in the past does not mean that you can't be better today. Does not mean that you cannot use this 24 hours to do something better in your life. What kind of person do you want to become in the years to come? What kind of person do you want to be right now? These are the questions you need to be asking. It helps you to think intentionally about the way that you live. If you reflect on how you're living right now, and if you reflect on what you want people to say about you when you leave this world. I know a lot of times we think about death, and it's not a great thing to think about, because nobody wants to leave this world prematurely. We all have plans. We all make plans to be here, to do this, to do that, to travel here, to travel there. We make these plans as if we're going to be here forever. But the truth is, tomorrow is never promised. The next hour is never promised. The next minute or second is never promised. Nobody knows the timestamp on their lives. And being that we do not know the timestamp on our lives, we should move differently in our lives. We should treat people better than we treat people in this life. But instead of treating each other right, we're too busy pulling each other down. We have to start realizing that every single second of your life matters. Every single minute of your life matters. And when you start working on your obituary right now, when you're living, it helps you to acknowledge the people who shaped your life, the people that really matter in your life, the people that stood by you when nobody else was. It's an opportunity to express your gratitude to those that supported you and recognize the relationships and experiences that you have gone through on this journey. It encourages you to live life to the fullest. So in that moment, while you're sitting at that kitchen table and you have that pencil and that paper and you're told to write these things down on that paper, what are you going to write about your life? The good things you've done, the bad things you've done, the times that you've forgiven someone, the things that you're trying to do in your life right now to try to get to the next level. What will that say? How will that process go? We have to be mindful of everything that we do in our life, even down to the things that we say. The things that we say, how we treat people matters. It matters. You have to be intentional in everything that you do. And you have to be mindful in everything that you do. Your time is precious. The clock is ticking. And you do not know your expiration date. So rather than focus on the materialistic things in your life, shift your focus to the important things in life, like love, your connections that you build, wisdom that you learn along the way from the old folks, the influences in your life. Be very, very, very selfish with yourself when it comes down to who you allow in your circle. Start thinking about your legacy. Start thinking about the things you want people to say about you when you're no longer here. I encourage you to sit down today and begin writing your obituary about your life right now, in the present. Reflect on your life story. You may find a lot about yourself as a person. who you are, who you was, and who you want to be, and the life that you want to live now is the life that you want to be remembered for. It allows you to ask those questions about yourself right now. Who am I? Who do I want to become? It's just a reminder of the life that you're living. It's a reminder of, you know what, I got to get myself together. Writing your obituary can be a very, very important tool for shaping that life that you want to lead. It challenges you to look beyond your day-to-day distractions and focus on everything that matters. Your purpose in this life. What is your purpose in this life? Do you know what your purpose is? Do you know the story that you want people to tell when you're gone? And when you start thinking about these things, you begin to live with more intention. You begin to prioritize relationships, your passions, your goals. You don't just wait for life to unfold anymore. You actively hit the pavement and start creating meaningful moments, a meaningful narrative that reflects who you truly are and who you strive to be every single day. We have to start thinking about our story at the end. You have to start making every single moment in your life count. So your life can be worth remembering. Your story can be told the right way. So I challenge you today. To look back over your life. Everything that you went through, everything that you got through, everything that you're currently going through, and the things that you're trying to do in your life right now in this moment, the goals that you're trying to reach. Think about your purpose. Think about what you're doing right now in this lifetime. Think about how you treat people. Think about the people that mean the most to you in your life. Start making every moment in your life count, starting right now. Sit down at that kitchen table. Sit down at that desk. Get a piece of paper, a pencil or a pen, and write your obituary. Think about all the things that you've been through in this lifetime, good, bad, your forgiveness, whatever you went through in this lifetime, got through, survived, and still standing. And what you want to be remembered for, what legacy you want to leave behind with your children and your grandchildren and your family. What do you want them to stand before these people and say about you and the life that you lived? And when you start thinking about that obituary as something that you're writing as you are living, then guess what? You will start moving more intentional with things that you do in your life. You will think twice about the things that you do in your life, how you treat people, and you won't let the devil move in. You won't let him come across the threshold. When you start realizing who you are, what you've been through, and where you're trying to go. So I encourage you today to think about your life. Think about your life in the present and think about your life at the end. And start making changes so that when that person stands before the crowd to celebrate your life, your obituary will say, "Well done, servant. Well done." So until next time, I hope that you enjoyed this Tuesday, and I hope that whatever you're going through today, God will take care of it and God will cover you throughout your day. So until next time, use your voice. Know that you matter. And whatever you want to do or trying to do in this lifetime, just put it in God's hand and you got it.
so much for
Thank you for tuning into a moment of motivation. Remember to embrace the challenges, celebrate your small wins, and keep pushing forward. You are capable of more than you realize, and this is your moment to shine. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. See you next time.